Hi, I'm Izzy, and this is Dizzy Quilts and Sews. Welcome to this week's episode of Friday Sews. All right, so let's have our weekly chat about what's been going on in and out of the sewing room for me, but it wouldn't be Friday Sews without all of you chiming in and letting me know what you've been up to in your sewing room this week. So make sure you tell me all about that in the comments below. So I've been down here a little bit this week, not as much as I typically am. I've had a long week at work, and I actually went to bed really early a couple of times just because I couldn't stay awake anymore. So not as much sewing as I would typically get done, but I did get a few things finished. So when I left you last week, I was almost done with my clear water summer essentials bathing suit. So the shorts, the swim shorts, and the tankini. And I finished it over the weekend and I love it. So I put a video out on the channel on Tuesday telling you all about my experience sewing it and how I feel about making my own bathing suit versus buying a bathing suit. So if you've not watched that video yet, I'm going to link it down in the description below. But yeah, those of you who watched it, oh my goodness, such nice, sweet, encouraging comments. It was so much fun to read everything and then to answer all your questions. And the best thing about the whole thing was that a few of you said you had a bathing suit pattern. Some of you even have the clear water. And because of my video, you were feeling inspired to make your own. That just makes my heart sing. That's the whole reason why I do these videos. I just want to encourage you and support you in making beautiful garments that you want to wear and that you feel adventurous enough to try something maybe a little bit hard or a little bit intimidating or a little bit scary. So if I've encouraged you to do that, then yes, I'm amazed. I have not taken my bathing suit to the water yet. That's in the plans for this coming weekend. So it's going to be a hot one in Montreal. I think we're going to get up to 30 something degrees with the humidity. It's going to feel like 38 on Saturday. So I expect that I will be in the water quite a bit over the weekend. So yeah, expect to give it a good spin in the river, at least on Saturday. It's supposed to rain on Sunday, but Saturday is supposed to be very sunny and hot, so that'll be good. The second thing I made, and I did that over the weekend because I stayed in the city over the weekend last week. I made the Songbird by Pattern Emporium for Marianne in a beautiful blush viscose jersey that I got from Minerva. It's a very lightweight viscose jersey, so perfect for like a summer cover up, which is exactly what she wanted. And she picked up her cardigan Tuesday night. She came over to have sushi, and then she took her new Songbird home, and then she sent me this one picture that I'm going to insert, but she loves it and she will be taking it to Greece. My poor daughter is always cold. It doesn't matter how hot it is outside. She's always cold. So she needs a cardigan wherever she goes. So there's that. So I finished that over the weekend and that is done and dusted. So that was Marianne's July project. And then I made myself a new chorus top. So when I made my green one, I fell in love with that pattern. It's the perfect beyond basic knit top for me. It's a t-shirt but with a little something something, so the draped cowl neck type of thing going on just elevates it for me. It makes it appropriate for work. It looks really cute on video calls. and that green color. I get so many compliments on that top when I wear it. So I decided to make another one, and this time with a beautiful purple viscose jersey, also from Minerva. And I love it. I mean, what's not to love? This thing took me one evening to put together, from cutting to sewing to even putting a label in the back. So super, super happy. I posted a couple of pictures on Instagram, and I think I put a picture of it on my community tab here on YouTube. And again, very, very nice comments from all of you. So that was really fun. And this purple top is gonna go really, really well with my crazy pants. So the Think Pink project I made this month, so in July, oh, we're in August already, aren't we? So in the month of July, I used that really colorful, kind of very florally or leafy fabric, and wasn't too sure about wearing them. Well, with the purple top, they look really cool. So it's gonna go well with those pants. It's gonna go well with my Parker Ponte pants that are made in a lilac French terry. And they're gonna go really well with a pair of new Cocoa pants I'm planning to make in August. And all of those are gonna come with me to Greece. So my purple chorus top is gonna go with a ton of things in my wardrobe, which is amazing. So that is basically what I got done this week. So 3 things. Well, mind you, the bathing suit, I was pretty much done. All I needed to do was finish the top stitching, and I didn't even hem it because it was too short. So yeah, so I made 2 things, a songbird for Marianne and a chorus top for myself. I did get started on something else. So the Big 4 pattern that I put up for vote on my community tab to try the Nancy Zeman pivot and slide method, this is the one that won. So the very, well, pretty simple t-shirt pattern. It's a woven t-shirt. What complicates it a little bit, and I had to pause on this project because first of all, I ran out of tracing paper, so I had to get some, and it's getting here tomorrow. But also I needed to do some more research because you'll notice that this top has raglan sleeves. So it's not a set-in sleeve. And in her book, I quickly paged through it. She doesn't really cover how to do the adjustments on a raglan sleeve. But I did find some videos on YouTube. So I think I know what I'm doing now. But yeah, I had to pause while I wait for more tracing paper. But I did pull 2 scraps or remnants that I had in my stash of fabric I'm going to use for this. So I've got a white, which I think I have a lot more of, and that's probably going to be the body of the t-shirt. And then this aqua, that's I'm going to use probably for the sleeves. So I think that's going to be a really cute t-shirt, and because they're remnants that I've had in my stash for a while now, if it doesn't work out, then it's not going to break my heart that I use these fabric to give it a shot. So that's the first thing I've got on the go. And because I had to pause that project while I waited for my tracing paper, I got going on my Think Pink project for the month of August. So my box got here on Monday this week, and which is phenomenal because that means I got my box in 5 days. Yeah, again, super quick shipping from the UK. And so I washed my fabric. I decided on what patterns I'm going to use, and they're already all cut. So all I need to do is sew them up. So yeah, I think it's going to be a fairly easy one with my Think Pink fabric this month, because I almost immediately, well, right after I finished recording the unboxing part of my video, I watched Andrea's video through the e-magazine, and then it dawned on me what I was gonna make. And from there, it was just taking out my pattern, because it's a pattern I've made before, and yeah, cutting my fabric, and now everything's ready to sew. So that's where I'm at with my sewing. So for the next week, I want to finish my Think Pink project, and then I really want to get going on that Big 4 top, make the adjustments, and then make the actual garment and see if the pivot and slide method works for me. It looks as though it's going to be a little bit more tedious and labor intensive, if I'm going to be honest, because you have to trace the entire pattern piece on extra paper, and then, you know, measure how much you need to add, pivot the whole thing, trace again, then cut. And I don't know, with the slash and spread method, all you need to do is fill the gaps you get with paper. You don't need to trace anything. Anyways, we shall see. We shall see. If it works and I get really good results, then, you know, the trouble will be well worth it. But so far, yeah, I'm finding it a little more tedious than the slash and spread method. So in the sewing department, yeah, that's it. So as I was saying, for next week, my Think Pink project, and then that Big 4 top, and that's probably going to be it for next week. I am off on Monday, and then on Friday next week. So technically that should mean a lot more sewing time. However, and I'm going to slide right into the life segment of the video. When I went to my sister's house for our big family get-together over the weekend, my grandmother wasn't there. She decided at the last minute that she wasn't feeling well enough. She did get a procedure done. She got a pacemaker put in a little over 2 weeks ago now, and she wasn't 100% sure that she was feeling up to it. So she decided to stay home. So on Monday, I'm going to go have lunch with her, and it's going to be a lot more low-key. It's just going to be my mom, my grandmother, and I. So I'm hoping it's not going to be as tiring as, you know, just traveling for almost an hour and then seeing everybody and then traveling for another hour to get home. So it's going to be a lot more relaxing for her. But I really, really want to see her. So yeah, so that's Monday. And then because I'm off on Friday next week, we're going to go to the island earlier than we usually do. So I don't know how much sewing I'm going to get done next week. Yeah, basically is what I'm trying to say. And then in the life department, that's pretty much it. Yeah, lunch with my grandmother on Monday. We're going to the island this weekend. It is going to be really, really hot, like really, really hot. And I don't mean to complain about the heat. I mean, it gets really, really cold here in the winter. So I make it a rule never to complain about the heat. However, I can't sleep when it's really hot, and I need my sleep. So if we go to the island this weekend and I notice, like by the end of the day on Saturday, that it's going to be too hot to sleep, I might beg my hubby to just come back down, come home to the city and sleep in air-conditioned house. So yeah, so that's about it as far as life. And I think that's about it for Friday Sews. I think it's going to be a pretty short one this week. I'm trying to see. Yeah, about 14 minutes. So I hope you've had a great week. I hope you have a fabulous weekend and get to do some fun things, maybe sewing included in there. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching the video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up on your way out and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks again, and I will see you soon.